it like a bad C.Diff habit? Quite possibly lucky. Welcome everybody coming back. Oh man, y'all, what is up with the old toe here? I'm like, okay, whoopee dogs are good. I am good. Let me set Indian style. This daggone chair is not the greatest. Okay, so back to what we were talking about before we ended part one. We are going to do a retro react to the cheese ER type deal situation. Vulgar KK's Corner, welcome everybody back. Lady Lithium, great to see everybody. Thumbs up so we can get back in the algorithm. Rain, Lara, M, Dan, Little Aussie, welcome back everybody. We are back at it. JK, Tracy, is there a bird in here? Lunarus, all right y'all. So, back at this time, welcome Amanda. Back at this time was a lot of, this was, hold on y'all. This was May 17th, 2019. Spooky Polybug. The comments are off. Sprinkleberry, welcome. So, as we all know, that when Foodie Beauty would turn the comments off, Amberlyn Shitty Camera, welcome. When when the comments were always turned off, she was in the heat of something. She, at this time, this is back at the BBs, the Beebsters, and this was a lot of the time when we were flip-flopping and we were on a diet. No, we weren't on a diet. We were on a diet. This is back in the time period. So, the comments are turned off, and as we know back then, every time our girl would turn off the comments, there would be some static. So, that's when I clicked on this, getting it ready for us, and I was like, ooh, the comments are off. And the comments are still off till this lovely day. Angel Wings, welcome. Roland, great to see everybody. So, this is called Logging Off and Getting Help. It is 8 minutes and 34 seconds. So, I thought that we will watch this and then we will roll into a more current one. I think it was from last year, and it is about the C.Diff situation and kind of just dig into some of the health issues and the poor eating, the poor hygiene, and things that have got our girl into this situation. Welcome, Mermaid, Sarah Bear, Reed, thank you, Angela, Stephanie. All right, yes, roll that beautiful hospital footage. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Jennifer, somebody mentioned tonight, if you guys, I am not the best at makeup, but if you guys want just some little odds and ends, little tips and tricks I've learned along the way, I am in to share if you guys are serious. SCL, welcome. Okay, thumbs up, guys. Again, this is called Logging Off and Getting Help, and this is a retro back in the beeps. So, let's do it. I'm just going to leave this on regular, speed because it's only, again, 8 minutes 34 seconds. And if you hear Chantal is not here, it is the whoopee dogs. I just took them out. I was so happy. It is so icy out. I was like, please let these little whoopee dogs get to the bathroom safely and not slip. I always worry about, you know, with them slipping with the ice. So let's do it to it. Welcome everybody coming in, and I'm going to try to be pretty quiet in this, and then we'll discuss it after. Awesome. If you guys are serious, I don't have tons of trips. I don't have tons of tricks, but I am down to show you guys.
I'm not doing so well.
Carolyn, thank you, love.
I'm not gonna make this a long video because I'm trying really hard not to lose it and just start bawling. Honestly, I'm too tired to even cry right now. I'm gonna be logging off of the internet for a little while. I'm not leaving YouTube permanently or anything like that, but I'm taking a break as long as it takes to get some help, because I honestly don't know how much more I can take of this. I had another binge and I ate.
Okay. Now, what I found interesting about this video was, and to our current time, that's kind of where we're watching this to kind of bring us to current time. If you notice back then, now, did she do anything about any of this? No. Did she log off? No. She came right back. But what was interesting to me back in this time period is she seems to at least care a smidgen back then. At least exactly, Angela. She's a whole different person now as far as attitude. Back then, you know, of course we know she talked a good game and never backed it up, but she seemed to kind of want to change a smidgen. Now again, I know she didn't do anything about it, and you know, it was just all talk, but I don't know if it was because of BB, maybe she kind of wanted to care a little bit more, or if she had the support from BB to, you know, want to try and change and get her eating situation under control. Majestic, welcome. But you'll hear once in a while now, present day, be like, oh, I want to, but it's a different kind of vibe. Great Grebo, welcome. It's a different kind of vibe than, you know, it was back then. Now, it was a smidgen sincere back then. Oh, 100% is there a burden here? Oh, yeah, this is the real Chantal I think we were getting. Yes, Mermaid, this is back at the Beebsters, BBs. Now she'll say, you know, oh, guys, I've been eating good and doing good, and literally we just see her same as this, but it does seem like, and I mean like 1% when I say this, that there is a bit, like I said, like 1%, kind of like she maybe wanted to change a little back then. Now, I think she likes the idea of it, the appearance of looking smaller, but she's not in it to try it all. Again, you know, I don't think she tried back then, but I just think, you know, crafting, welcome. All right, y'all, thumbs up. Let's get back into it. And, if you guys recall, and I'm going to kind of brief us in right quick, this is around the time period when we were really, really bebopping around. 1 minute she would try to, you know, I'm going to eat healthy, guys, and then 2 minutes later, this was around the time of the pie gate. Guys, I didn't eat the pie, BB ate most of it. This is kind of around that time where she was really flip-flopping with the health stuff. This is where things kind of really started catching momentum with people, you know, are you a diet channel? Are you not? Are you a weight loss journey? Are you trying the journey? Are you not? Exactly, is there a burden here? I agree. Maybe that's exactly what it was. She cared about more of what people thought. You know, she was kind of wearing this mask more to her subscribers back then, where now she's just like, I don't give up. I think she was trying to, you know, play this persona back then.
To the point of being sick.
Hold on, y'all. I ran my trap too much to hear.
I had another binge and I ate to the point of being sick. I thought, I did groceries and I thought, I'm gonna make myself a snack tonight, like I had planned in my meal plan that I made. So cheese, crackers, measured out the cheese, and some pickles or whatever. So I had the block of cheese out on the table with the crackers, and after my 2 ounces of cheese was gone, I just, as if on autopilot, just kept eating and eating, and the thought of stopping and putting the rest of the cheese in the fridge was just not an option. And I don't expect people to understand that. I really don't. And I'm just sick of, I need to log off and get help, basically. This is not a healthy place when you're trying to go through, when you're going through things like this. And I need to go down to the psyche merge because it's the only option at this point. I don't have anywhere else to turn to. I feel so distant from everybody in my life. Like I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of fighting this. I don't even want to do it anymore. I just want to just give up. And honestly, it's to a very unhealthy point. And I'm actually scared. And the last thing I should be worrying about is YouTube right now. So I am not able to look outside of myself and see everything I've done to myself and what it's doing to me and my relationship. I feel so distant from BB in a lot of ways. All my fault, because I feel like I'm pushing everyone away. Because I just don't know how to deal with this anymore. So I feel like I don't know if going to Psyche Merge is like gonna be so hard for me to do, because I feel like I'm gonna be ridiculed, or like they're not gonna believe me or something, or I don't know.
See, this is a message that I always did not like that she sent. Well, I'm scared to go to Psych Emerge because I'm going to be ridiculed, and, you know, I don't like that she sends that message. And she still, sorry, y'all, I was like, she still continues to send that message. This little Aussie was March of 2019. I do not like that the message she sends, because it's like, if somebody is truly feeling down and out, and that is their last, they don't know what to do. Now you have given them this facade that the psych emerge is bad. You're going to get ridiculed if you go there. I do as well, Rain. I think this was the beginning, the start to the end. Because like you heard her say a minute ago, she's like, what it's doing to my relationship. This was a really big time period when she was coming on here and people were genuinely like, yo, you need to get help. You need to get your eating. And guys, I call it a situation, because of YouTube. But they were saying, you need to get your food situation under control. And then people started getting angry of, I know what I'm doing, guys. It's my body. A video or two later. Or, a video two later, we come back and we've got a whole spread of the table of, guys, I got a full-size pizza and cheese sticks and wings. And this was kind of the whole era of when people really started. People were getting fed up before that, but this is when a lot of people were like, yo, either you go get help or you don't. And I do agree with Rain. I think this is when, things were really rocky in the homeland. Exactly, Sarah, like ALR. People, and I think that's why ALR has continued to plummeted and plummeted. You know, people are done with the games. They're done. You know, you're beyond Jenny Craig, you're beyond, you know, Weight Watchers, and I'm not saying that to be funny. You know, I've always said this before, in my opinion, Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and things like that are for somebody that wants to drop a couple pounds, not a lot of weight. You know, our girls are the snack masters, and I'm a snack master too, you guys know that. But, you know, there's so many different little snacks you can get with the Jenny Craig, the Weight Watchers. As we've seen Amber, you know, she's always done these giant hauls. You know, look at these snack bars. Look at these cheese puffs. Look at these little chips. I have not, Sarah Bear. I wanted to see that. And it also, I thought about doing a video of, you know, is Rich Lux, you know, lurking around because he likes Foodie, or is it, you know, for video purposes? I really think a channel like that has really tried to build, you know, a core audience. And I know that, you know, Rich Lux is kind of like me, covers different things, but I really think to be a bigger channel tied to her and the things that she says and does right now is a bad look. Is a bad, bad look. Yes, Sarah, I seen that as well.
And this light is getting on my nerves. I'm just so... I'm scared of my own brain. Like, I just can't even... The psychotic episodes I've been having, and...
Wait a minute. Now that I don't remember. The psychotic episodes I've been having. I don't remember that part. What do you mean by psychotic? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like when she goes to the doctor or the ER or the psych emerge, does she genuinely tell them what, you know, let's just say there is something going on. Does she genuinely tell them I don't know. I'm just saying, Carolyn, if, you know, let's pretend if it was true. Was she, you know, saying this for a video, or, you know, did she need to go in there and say, look, this, and this is going on? I don't know, y'all. I had never remembered that part of it. Yeah, Mermaid, and I don't as well. Like I said, I think that sometimes she'll say things, and again, I don't want to knock, you know, anybody, you know, if she genuinely was having, but I had never heard her mention that until now. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, what psych, what are you talking about? Yeah, I had never remembered that part. You know, it blows, like, my mind, you know, if this was all true, why, you know, you're sitting here talking about the psych emerge, putting it in a bad way. Or, excuse me, shedding it in a bad light. I apologize. Thumbs up, guys. It helps us tremendously.
Just need to go away. So I'm gonna do that this weekend. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna work on that. And I don't know if I'm gonna be admitted, but definitely need to take some time away and work on this. Because I don't know if I can handle another binge, and the guilt and the despair, the feeling of hopelessness after each one. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. So, um, I just feel so alone right now. So, comments obviously will be off for this video because I just can't. I can't deal with that right now. I can't deal with anything. So, I am gonna go take care of this, and I'll be back. I'll try to update you guys, but I'm gonna be in a better place before I come back. I'm gonna work on getting healthier mentally, which has to happen before I can get healthier physically, because for some reason I'm destroying my own health and I don't know why. I need to figure that out once and for all. It's like I always knew that I needed to do that, you know, but just never did. I just feel so hopeless. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you guys when I can. Bye.
All right. Well, that was a interesting adventure. Current day. Welcome everybody coming in. Gecko, welcome everybody. So as you can see, where we're at current present time. Her health is still deteriorating. Her mental health is still deteriorating. And in my opinion, again, these are only my opinions. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not any in the medical field at all. She continues to deteriorate. Mog, welcome. Saint Danish, Jen, Lara, Carolyn, Jennifer, Spriggleberry, Jen Uncensored, Bella, welcome everybody back. My bad, I was trying to really be quiet during this so we could get the whole, since it wasn't that long. And as Angela says, current, present day, and I'm gonna have to say that, I agree too, Rain. I do think that, BB genuinely wanted to see her succeed, but as us viewers, we get frustrated. Doctor, welcome. Imagine dealing with this in real life. Your place is getting overran by critters because she can't even take the pizza boxes out. She, as you guys said, Amber Nicole, it's lobster mac and cheese, I think it's called. You know, as it's got to be wearing if your partner, you know, you want them to get help, and you know, it's, you know, I think financially at this point she was just really starting to make the big bucks. Not anywhere close to now, but she admitted herself that BB was paying all the bills, and that itself has to be frustrating, you know, when somebody's finally starting to, you know, make some money and you're still holding down financially, you know, you're trying to hold them down emotionally, but they don't want to do anything for themselves. So let's roll along to a video called, hold on, I had it written down here, my bad. Something is not right, and it is from a year ago. Something is not right. So, did our girl log off and get help? No. Did y'all see when I was looking through to get our videos situated? I could not believe that. I guess that old Daners cheated on Destiny. I was like, wow. I thought it was the other way around. So, old Daners cheated on Destiny. Gosh, y'all, this is just... food video after food. It's just, you know what's really wild when you search for a video of hers? It's literally like a diary log of just how much food she has consumed by the massive amount. Michelle, welcome. Danish, that's always the worst. Yeah, when you're trying to sleep and the birds are like, do. It's great, but you're like, all right, little buddies. I get a bird, one window up on the top here, and they'll just peck at the window, and I'm like, quit tearing stuff up, little buddies. Our Lady Chantal Perpetual Poutine, welcome. Yeah, there's one bird that always tries to rip the window, so I'm like, come on, man, quit. I got some vicious animals around here, y'all. Yes, Michelle, we watched it in the first stream that we did tonight. Oh, I'm coming, y'all. I apologize. It's like, goodness gracious. It's just amazing if you look. I guess that Pete's word on the YouTubies streets is that Pete's may be bringing out, Ryan, welcome, love. That, old Beats may be bringing old Ramona out for Valentine's Day, so that ought to be interesting. So, guys, we're going to have a little Valentine's Day party of our own, and, I guess Ramona may be making a appearance. Man, you guys, it's pizza after pizza, pizza after pizza. Okay, hold on, where is this? Somehow I had it earlier, and it is going. Yeah, so we're going to have a little Valentine's Day shindig. If you don't have a Valentine's Day or a Valentine or celebrate, it is all good. And we are going to be here shooting the BS. Oh, y'all remember this one? Massive room cleanup where the desk was like, NyQuil, welcome, love. Thumbs up, everybody. Gosh, oh, I forgot about that one. It's called Massive Room Cleanup Before and After. I have never... that desk, y'all, I was like, holy mongooses. Okay, we're going to watch a video. It is setting right now at this present time. It is setting at 37K. It is from 1 year ago, and it's called Something's Not Right. Kara, she had, remember, all that stuff under her desk, and she was trying to use the broom to, like, get it out. Okay, something's not right. It's got sick, and it's got some toilet paper. So I just want to give y'all a heads up. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the C.Diff. mermaid, right? That's amen to that.
Hey, how are you? How are you?
So it's kind of wild if you notice. Welcome back, Princess. Welcome, everybody. It's kind of wild that, our girl, when she's always talking about her health stuff, she really just gets this sweet little loving voice. So here we go. Wow, this is interesting. This is 8 minutes and 28 seconds. So heads up, guys, this does have a trigger warning. Ramona Dunn said that she's too lazy to shave. Oh goodness. Kai Bear, Princess M, welcome everybody. Okay, so if guys you are, I'm assuming it's got a poo emoji and it's gonna have some poo talk. See, that's crazy that, I mean, I see if Beats doesn't want to shave, but saying that you're too lazy to shave is like, all right, y'all. So trigger warning, there must be talk of poodle. There's a poodle emoji, and let's do it. Guys, I have not seen this in a while. I cannot remember. Well, I remember what the gist is, but...
Hey guys, hey. How are
Oh.
you? How are you?
How are you?
So this is not the video that I thought I would be making. I was actually going to do a recipe for you guys, and I was really excited to do that, have all the ingredients ready, and I started getting ready. I'm in my nightgown now, but I did put most of my makeup on, and after I did my makeup, and I'm kind of just leaving my hair, trying to let it be natural because as you can see it's really damaged. But after I did my makeup, I just kind of crashed, and that's what I've been struggling with the past while.
Not to pause already right quick. Charlotte, you read my mind. That is exactly why I just paused it. Look at the difference. You know, not as this present, because, you know, she shaved her head, but look, this is from, excuse me. This is from December 8th, 2020. Look at the difference in her hair as it got towards the end. Wow. And exactly, Angela, it even looks thicker. It doesn't look as... Wow. See, Michelle, I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it's the hysterectomy, but I think that the eating, she doesn't get any vitamins. She doesn't really eat, you know, the greatest. She doesn't, you know, scrub it and shower much and wash it. So therefore, you know, the, your hair follicles are closed. They're, you know, they can't breathe to grow. I think it's just a whole big, ball of all this. No, is there a bird in here? This is, we are at Beats and her house. The hysterectomy was back at the Beebs. Back at BB's. So she had already had, remember she was back at BB's when she had the hysterectomy. But I do think it's a giant ball of things. I think it's the poor eating, the hysterectomy. I think, you know, if you're not showering or washing your hair off and on, you know, your scalp can't breathe. It's clogged with dead follicle or dead skin and stuff. All right, y'all, let's get back to it. Wow, what a difference. Sorry, I had to pause already, but what a difference, man. Just in the timeline. Wow.
Actually, trying to be really energetic and, you know, normal, I guess you
Dax,
could say, in
welcome
my
back.
videos, but behind the scenes, I'm battling some health issues, and the one that I've been battling, I'm battling my breathing issues that I'm in testing for, but the one that's really draining my energy is the one with my digestive problems and just constantly going to the bathroom. Yeah, it's going to be a bit TMI, but going to the bathroom about I would, not exaggerating, about 10 times a day, and it's painful when I go, and it's diarrhea, and I don't feel good at all. Like, I can just tell that it feels a lot different from my usual problems, from just, this is not just from eating something bad, because it doesn't matter what I eat. I had a very healthy breakfast, you know, fiber cereal with blueberries and some eggs, and it doesn't matter what I eat.
Fiber
Salad,
will make you go to the
everything
bathroom.
just triggers me to go to the bathroom, and it's becoming increasingly more painful. I don't have a fever that I last checked. I might be dehydrated. I am trying to stay hydrated, but I just feel that I might be dehydrated. I don't know. I'm starting to feel very weak and just very, very lethargic. And the past couple of days, I haven't even really had an appetite, because I know that if I eat, it's not gonna be fun going to the washroom, quite honestly. So, I think at this point, I do have a call out to my doctor, but I'm not sure if I want to wait around. If I'm dehydrated, I don't really want to play with that. And if I have some kind of, so the bit of the backstory to that, cutting myself off, but when was it? A few years back, I had a hospital stay for pain management because of my cysts. I was having so much pain, and when I had those pain attacks, I had to go into the hospital for pain management, and I had contracted, because you have to share a bathroom with somebody, I had contracted C.Diff while there, and oh man, like, you really know something's wrong when you have C.Diff, because you're running to the bathroom, it's painful, and that's kind of how I feel now, and I'm very bloated and just gassy, and anyway, so, they gave me antibiotics, but I never got retested, and, I don't know if one of my past hospital stays, I had contracted something. I don't know what happened. They say sometimes it can come back and you can get reinfected, and sometimes people need, that's when I think I talked about this, but sometimes people need a fecal transplant to rebuild the gut microbiome, which doesn't sound very fun, but if it makes me feel better.
Are you guys okay? I'm seeing no sound. Amberlyn, shitty camera, you good? Everybody good? God doggone it, y'all. What? There we go. Everybody good? Okay. Our Lady Perpetual Poutine, you read my exact mind. You do not wipe properly. You fill your body full of garbage. No, it's just kind of like a, it just kind of like reflects. What? I don't like, okay, so here we've discussed this. This is kind of interesting that we're covering this. Yes, Mia, and welcome. That's what we're getting into. You do not wash your hands. The cats are climbing all around. You know, let's say, okay, for instance, you guys are smart, okay? If I leave this Pringle here on the desk, and, Zero, welcome, and I leave this Pringle on the desk, and I don't have cats, you guys, I'm allergic to them, but let's just say Simon or Sugar gets up on the desk, and they're climbing around, and they have, I hate to say it, they have feces or pee-pee from outside on their poles. The area is contaminated. It's so many things that, exactly, Princess. There's so many unhygienic things that You know, we see these cups lay around for days and weeks, and, you know, we see these pots lay around. Oh, let's open the pot, guys. It's full of mold. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, you guys. There's still, if I'll catch, we'll look up in the corner where her new TV is. There's still stuff shoved. There was like some bowls I seen. If you look over by her vanity, there's one of those Halloween keeping it real, creeping it real cups. There's so many unhygienic things that, Ryan, that is another thing. That stinking picture, at least I seen a couple weeks ago, was still with all the stuff and the brown stuff, and it looked like it literally had fruit flies mating in it. Or whatever it was, I don't know what it is, but of course your gut is going to be tore up. Another thing Kara just mentioned, very good, Kara. Joycey, welcome. For example, I'm going to show you guys, well, not show you, she blows her nose. I've never seen somebody go like this with a tissue. I have never seen somebody blow their nose and then wipe their teeth. I don't know what that's about. Do we need to get on eating things from our orifices? We've seen her eat ear stuff. We've seen her eat gars. We have seen her, I know it's, I mean, I hate to, but this is all things that, of course, obviously are germs and they're unhygienic. We've seen her clean underneath her nails. Lori, welcome. You know, we've seen, you know, what is it, you guys? She doesn't have a gallbladder, is it? Sarah Bear, this is called Something's Not Right from... Something's Not Right from December 8th, 2020. Now, okay, no gallbladder. She has been warned many, many times to not eat certain foods. They will tear your stomach off the frame. Exactly, Jen. Anything greasy is just gonna want to, sorry for the vague picture, come right out. You know, wiping, you know. So this, I also want to iterate, was at a time that we were promising videos. That is another thing with our girl that we've noticed, is this is when, guys, I promise, we're going to do a time warp, we're going to do a video, we're going to do a time warp, we're going to do a video. We always notice that sometimes when she has these health adventures, you know, these health scares, that she also has other things brewing, you know, where some people are like, okay, is this real? Or is this, you know, are you just trying to get away from something? Okay, Angela says, I don't have a gallbladder and I have to watch what I eat. I mean, Amanda Dawn, welcome. Yeah, those Nashville chicken sandwiches. Good point, Amanda Dawn. They're, guys, that's freaking hot sauce and butter. Straight up. Straight up hot sauce and butter. You know, I don't know what, you know, Burger King's recipe is, but for the most part, you know, most wing places around here, buffalo sauce is hot sauce and butter. But around this time period, you know, like I said, is, you know, people always wonder, you know, is this a true health scare? Or are you, you know, this was, guys, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a time warp. I'm going to do a video. That is around where, you know, this time frame was. And, you know, another thing is, Ryan, I honestly don't know. Another time period around this war, I mean, you have to think that just the things she eats alone is enough to be like, holy mongooses. But in the capacity that she eats them, just like the Wendy's only stands, you know, OnlyFans thing she did the other day, She didn't have one sandwich. She had a double burger, a chicken sandwich, 2 baked taties, and a salad. I mean, you're eating mass quantities of the food. You guys, if I get a McDonald's cheeseburger, I might get one for now and then maybe one for after I'm done hanging out with y'all. But to sit and eat all that in one setting, yeah, knuckle sandwich, she proclaims those are gone. The clots in her lungs, as one of you guys just mentioned as well. Yeah, Chrissy, the hernia. Here's another thing I wanted to ask y'all, and we'll get right back into it, is my doctors don't play that colon and stuff. They might, like, if you get poison, and even then, I said taties, baked taties, my bad, potatoes. My doctors pretty much they want to see you in the office. It's I've said this many times, that with our girl, she always says, I called into my doctor. I called into my doctor. I put a call into my doctor. My doctor, if you got really something brewing, they want to physically see you. They want to legitimately physically see you. They're not going to keep calling and stuff for you. They're just not. And maybe she's in Canada, I'm in the US, maybe it's different, but my doctor's like, okay, let's see when we can get you in. If it is something hardcore, they might call in something for you, but it's very rare. Very rare. A lot of doctors want to see you to make sure that that's what it is. Oh my gosh. Our Lady Chantal Perpetual Poutine says, I'll never forget the time I turned down an aisle in Walmart and caught a lady licking a Himalayan sea salt lamp, the one unboxed on display. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I have no idea why somebody would do that, but interesting thing. Thank you for sharing this story. Yeah, I mean, if you guys, we should do this. I think I've mentioned this before. We should do this. I've mentioned this before. Here, before I confuse myself up, I write all these things down and then I get swamped in my own notes. People of Walmart. I think that'd be a good laugh. I still, we're going to cover our girl, but sometimes, you guys, we just need a breath of fresh air. We just need, like tonight, I was like, I can't do it. I cannot cover the same three streams of oh, 1 minute Natter's this, 1 minute he's that. Oh, guys, I don't want to be mean to him. I don't want to hurt him. 1 minute. I can't. I can't. I literally, like tonight, I said, if you guys missed, the streams tonight, you couldn't miss anything. Nice, Charlotte. Gemma, welcome. I just couldn't. I was like, I can't. I don't want to bore them. I don't want to bore myself. It was the same old rigmarole. Joycey, I don't know what to think at this point. I have to agree with Dana. She makes a lot of money off Natter. Puppy Breath, welcome. So, when, people say, you gave him this or the other, I always put my input of, Natter has been her story, her punchline for 8 months straight. And as you guys can tell, she'll say, what do you guys want to talk about? Free brand unassisted to get a doctor to even call you back. Yeah, Chilean Gypsy. I just know for around here, you know, if it's poison ivy or something that you can tell them, hey, I know what this is legitimately. But if you're talking about, you know, hey, my gut's messed up, yada, 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 they're going to say, you know, we want to see you in the office. We want to make sure, you know, that this isn't something detrimental to your health. You know, I can't just call in there and say, you know, hey, I think I got C.Diff. They're going to be like, okay, well, let's come in, run some tests, and, Joycey, she's been doing mukbangs on there, and, I don't know how long that's gonna last. It's like I said in the first one, you know, I don't want to repeat, you know, but it's like she's treating YouTube wearing lingerie like OnlyFans, and she's treating OnlyFans like YouTube doing mukbangs. She also, like I said, guys, check out the first one if you haven't, you know, I don't want to repeat myself and go back, but, um, she, 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 you cannot, you know, is that a crack on my mirror? Sorry, y'all. What? You cannot, it's false advertisement. It's false. You cannot say you're going to show nudes and don't show nudes. Oh, you're good, Joycey. You can't come on and, you know, that's like me telling you guys, you know, if you do this for me, I'll do that. That's not the way it operates. You got to follow through, man. It's false advertisement. You are collecting people's money and you are promising them one thing and not delivering. Now, I myself would never sign up for the OnlyFans. This is the third run around, and I do believe that if she messes this up, it's going to be lights, you know, I would probably say, and again, these are just my opinions, if she messes up this OnlyFans, I think she'll be banned from a platform. And again, these are only my opinions. But I think, you know, but just see, I always thought so. Badussi says, OnlyFans creator, you're right, it's against terms of service. And Badussi, that's what makes me irritated, is you've got people like you that take the platform seriously. You are, you know, delivering, you come on there looking nice, and it's like, oh, well, I'm going to put some Wendy's in front of me, and here you go, guys. I'm just going to throw on a freaking lingerie thing, and off we go. People really, you know, put time and effort in this, and they make money, and, you know, she doesn't, you know, treat it like any platform deserves to be treated. You have to follow through with something. You cannot get on here or anywhere and promise things and not deliver. And you are collecting cashola. When I've heard her say about 2-3 times now, I'm not giving you a refund. Well, honey, let me tell you something we figured out last time. I don't think you're in charge of the OnlyFans refunds. I think if you mess this up this time, I think you're going to get booted off the platform. And I think that probably people, you know, them going through all those people and refunding them has to be a pain in the tail. You're making them lose money. You're taking time away that they could be, you know, doing other things, you know, looking into other things. And she literally said today, you're not getting a refund. I don't think you're in charge of the refunds. Oh, Chilean. I think so, 100. And I agree, Zero. To sit there and say, you know, you're not getting a refund, that to me is like, I'm out. You're a cash grab. I'm out. Michelle, I think she might buy a computer. I think she might buy a computer, but do I think it'll be pushed up under the desk or it'll, you know, Beats will end up with it? 100. Saint, my bad. Hold on 1 second. Cayenne chat, let me ask y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I won't talk about this again, real talk. Why do y'all play games? Why do you randomly call? Because y'all want something. Why randomly call us? Because y'all want something after happened. Why? Saint, I'm confused, love. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't ask you guys for anything. Saint, it's more of a character flaw than a woman or a man thing, honestly. I'm confused, y'all. I'm confused. Yeah, sorry, I'm lost. See, I don't think, knock on wood, I mean, people have helped me with things on here, yes. But, I don't think I've ever, bluntly said, hey, I've showed Tyler's, thing for, his GoFundMe, and I, said, hey guys, Worcester's broke, and people, opinionated, or excuse me, people offered to help on that, but I genuinely, Saint says not, yeah. Saint, I think that, like Lyra said, if Saint's just, no, Saint's good, you're good, Saint, no, I know that, I was just trying to ask the question, just, or excuse me, I'm just trying to ask the question, as a woman. All right, Saint, I am down to answer if you figure out, I think Saint is saying that something ends with a woman and then she randomly shows back. Okay, Saint, I will tell you this, as far as, if that's where, yeah, that's what I think so too, Majestic. I think that, women are, and again, I'm speaking for me, I don't want to speak for everybody, that, women are kind of, we're a little more heartfelt creatures sometimes. I don't want to speak for everybody, but, women are just more soft in nature, and they just, I don't know, I guess we're more of a nurturing, I don't want to say this, I don't really know how to word this, kind of a trick question, but, I don't really know how to word this, Princess, fantastic. Women can be very complex, and, yes, and men like having options, and, yeah, I think that just, and everybody's different, I don't want to speak. First Brick, welcome. Um, I don't want to speak for everybody, but, I think our girl here is a different breed. Like I said, I have never seen anything like this played. Yeah, unless you're Shanny, right? Guys, or Rev, what was it? The guys, just cash at me $5, please. This is Rev YouTube. I'm not saying anybody. The day that Rev was like, somebody please hit me up, And yes, all humans are complex. Like I said, I don't want to really, that was kind of a hard one to, you know, answer. But our girl here is a different breed, like I was saying. And I've never seen anything play out like this on the internet. And, I think that, I just think it's tasteless to keep coming on here. And see, Saint, and that's what, if you're talking, just on some relationship type stuff, you always, you never want to find somebody that's too materialistic. I like my stuff, y'all know that, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have somebody cool, loving, than a whole plethora of stuff at the end of the day. So male or female, you always want somebody to treat you, I know Saint's a little bit younger, Saint, you always want somebody, it's nice to have things at the end of the day, but you never want somebody that's too materialistic. I love my stuff, don't get me wrong, but, if it boiled down to having my stuff for somebody that was truly there for me, I'm going to pick the there for me. All right, y'all, let's get back into it. We've been BSing for a second. Sorry.
I have been trying to act very normal. Like, this is just some digestive problems I always have. I probably just have, like, irritable bowel syndrome or something, but this just feels different. Like, I have been trying to act normal, like I said, and I just, sometimes had been eating things that I probably shouldn't have. But for the most part, I've noticed lately it doesn't really matter what I eat. And even more recently, like I said, the past couple of days, I honestly don't even have much of an appetite, which for me, as you all know, is that's when I can tell something's wrong, when I'm sick, because I don't really want to eat. So, I was going to make a recipe, but I honestly just can't, I just can't picture eating what I wanted to make. So, I'm going to need to just take a bit of time and try to figure out what's going on with me, and just do maybe different kind of videos for now, like, because I don't really have much of an appetite, honestly, guys, and when I do eat, it's not things that are honestly video worthy. But I will be cooking some homemade meals, which I would like to share with you guys. But just for today, at least, I wanted to give you guys a video. But I'm just coming on here to tell you why that I don't think that's going to be possible. Just the way I'm feeling, honestly, just only really have the energy to lay in bed, and I'm just always thirsty. So I think I may, if I don't start to feel better, have to go into emergency just to make sure that I don't need some kind of hydration or something. But I'll keep you guys updated. I don't want us to keep a lot of my life private. I think, honestly, I just feel like at this point that I should just share what I want to share, because honestly, this is the internet, this is YouTube, and I'm really, for real, starting to be okay with getting, the fact that people are just going to talk about me no matter what I do in my videos, no matter what's going on in my life. So, why not? So, I'm just, instead of just trying to avoid talking about certain things, to avoid people talking about it, or to avoid criticism, or to avoid hate, I'm just gonna ride along with it. So, I do want to feel better, that's for sure. And by the way, I'm filming on my new Samsung S20 Ultra 5G camera. I don't know if it's any better, but might be a bit slightly better, but the camera quality is supposed to be very good on this camera. And having been Samsung iPhone, I really like Samsung Galaxy.
Oh, we know you do, buddy. We know you do.
Personal choice. That's about it for now. I'm not saying I'm going to be away for a long time or anything. I just asking for you to be patient with me for now, and I will try to do videos for you guys, even if it's just an update here and there for now. So, but the way I'm feeling, like I said, right now is just not good. So I really want to get to the bottom of it so I can start some kind of treatment. And
yeah, right, Sarah Bear? We love that Samsung now.
Alright, so thank you so much for listening to me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Toodaloo. She said something funny tonight, y'all, that kind of reminded me of this. She's like, it's that ring light and that phone of his. It makes everyone look like trash. I think that she has figured out how to maneuver. Like, remember the other day, y'all, when she was like, I'm going to use a ring light for example, but she had the phone right here, and she's like, oh, I didn't do that. We're like, dude, we just seen you freaking hit the side of the phone. You hit something. I think she has maneuvered how to completely. Now, does she look, in my opinion, a bit, different than at the Beebs? Yes. I mean, she was, growing, bigger at the Beebs. We've seen time after time. Do I think she does look smaller here? And Michelle, that's another thing that we noticed tonight as well. The mukbang with Carly, it wasn't as slimming as on her camera. Um, she mentioned it was either, guys, sorry, these all run together for me sometimes. Excuse me, she mentioned tonight or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, that she's 344. That's what the weigh-in was. Um, Again, I know she's only, what, 5'1", 5'2". She does carry all her weight in her midsection, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to think of that. We've talked about that many, many times. Many times. And thank you, Princess, because I was going to get back to that. Saint, as Princess says, there, can be addictions, transfer of addictions, But listen to me, Saint. I know you're a lot younger than me. When you think you'll find somebody when you least expect it. Danny Lynn, welcome. You will find somebody when you least expect it. And if you love that person, try to talk to them and help them. But if it's just to the point where you're like, this isn't working, move on, man. Life is way too short, and you'll find somebody good. Believe me. It took me a lot of crazy people along the way, and you guys, I had a relationship that just, man, it was actually two relationships, to be honest with you, and it seemed like the end of the world. It really did. It seemed like the end of the world. One was 7 or 8 years, the other one was like 5, 6 years, and I've told you guys fragments. Adele, welcome. The one passed away on December 3rd, my birthday. And I'm glad that we had, our words of, but there for a minute, I was like, you tore me down. You played so many games with me, you tore me down. And thank goodness, before he passed, I never knew he was going to pass, but I just didn't think I could go on. I was like, this is horrible, man. Like, I was like, I told you about the story of my buddy Skells laying beside me and the guy walking in, I was staying in like extended stay, and I had an apartment too at the time. It was so silly. I think the apartment just, I had bad, like, we had got the apartment together and I just didn't want to be there anymore. And I should have gotten rid of the apartment, honestly. Thank you guys, and thank you, Ryan. But, it was hard, man. And this is a story, I think I told y'all this about, my buddy taking me down, and they were staying at a hotel like literally like 2, 3 blocks away. And it tore me down. But I look back now and I was like, man, why did I let somebody treat me that way? I guess I didn't even know my value back then. Like, I had bought a car and he worked at a car lot, and he'd spent up all the money one time, and then I gave him money to get the car again, and like, just the things like I did, it's like, I would never do those things now. And I guess when you finally find somebody, that's good, and somebody that does treat you with respect, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I would never, let somebody treat, but yo, I've been that girl. Unfortunately, I have. I used to make decent money, and the person that I was seeing at the time, they sold cars. And no, he was older, Jen. A guy that I dated passed away, um, overdosed on my birthday. Literally, I was like, how eerie is that? And I've been that girl. I would take care of things, if the rent was short. We had a Denali one time and it got repoed, and I was like, okay, let's go back. And things were trash at this time. And I was like, let's go get this truck that we, is ours, we've worked for. And a week later, I was 20 something at the time. Here, this little 19-year-old girl was driving my freaking Denali. So I've been that girl. I really have. Oh, Carolyn, yeah. And the thing is, like, you know, I look back and, text me and ask me to meet up tomorrow because she loves me. Saint, you really got to watch, you know, and I don't want to, you know, speak for your situation or this girl, but this is really for anybody, you know. Sometimes, and again, Saint, I don't want to, this maybe isn't the case. I just, you know, want to say that, you know, I don't want you to, you know, go break up or something, but you, some people that we know like to play head games. I personally myself, I've never really been into the head games. I've never really been one of those, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. If you don't call me or pick up the phone, or if you don't see me tomorrow, I'm not really into ultimatums and games. Even when I was young, you know, I guess, you know, school of hard knocks, but I've never really been into the ultimatums and games and, you know, you pick up or you text me now. I've never really, you know, you want to have that trust to where, you know, hey, I'm going out with the boys. Hey, I'm going out with the girls. If you love me and you know you're not going to be calling me every 10 minutes. I'll see you when I get home. I'll tell you where I'm at so you know I'm safe. Like, I still go through this with some of my friends. And they'll say, you know, wow, I can't believe you're allowed to go have a drink without, you know, your partner. Or I can't believe your partner, you know, will let you go hang out at a friend's house. Or if you guys get too tipsy, stay the night. Even my grandma will, you know, say that. You're a grown woman. You shouldn't be spending the night at your friend's house. A female friend I'm talking about. You know, if we're sitting there drinking wine and it's the summertime, you know, and my partner's in bed, I'm not going to make them come get me at 2, 3 in the morning if the girls are outside shooting the BS and say, you know, you come get me. Now, if I want to come home, of course they'll come get me. But, you know, if I'm say, hey, you know, I'm too, you know, we've been drinking, I'm not going to drive. They're going to be like, okay, cool. You safe? You good? I'll see you tomorrow. Hit me up, you know, or do you need me to come pick you up? 100% Sarah Bear. 100%. And exactly, Princess. And you have to stand that ground. And how you let somebody treat you from the beginning replays as things are going to go. Exactly, Dax. Exactly. Trust is the biggest factor. And I'm going to be real with y'all. I have been a dirt ball in relationships. We broke up after Christmas. I really didn't want to break up before the holidays. Her Christmas gift pretending everything was fine and I didn't want to ruin it. Yeah, and see, that's another thing, you know, when your family gets involved and you're like, oh, the holidays are around, but do you? And trust is the biggest. I mean, I've ruined some relationships. I'm going to be honest with you. I myself am not an angel. I'm a person. It took me a long way to figure out that, hey, you are a good person. You do deserve love. Like, I've done some shitty things too that I'm not, you know, and that takes a lot to come back from, man. That is a strong relationship. If you can come back from, you know, I've done some ratty things too. I'm not going to lie. And that's another thing. You have to, if you are with somebody and you keep like going back and forth back, well, you did this to me, I did this to you. You got to stop and say, okay, are we going to be able to get through this? Or do we need to move on? You know what I mean? Because it does get old. And, you know, you have to say, you know, are we going to get through this? And, you know, exactly, Ryan. And I've did, like I said, I am not an angel. You know, from being treated crazy in the past, that'll truck onto your other relationships if you let it. That'll, you know, from things that, you know, if you're used to being treated one day and, you know, one way and doing this, that can trickle how you treat others. And and it's no excuse. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. You know, I should have said, you know, hey, just because somebody treats me this way and does this to me, I don't want to pass this on to others. But we are creatures of habit sometimes. You know, we get stuck in this whole, one way of thinking, and that, Lyra, is one of the best advice you can give. Don't forget you are responsible for your feelings. Yes, you're responsible for you. And you guys, we say this all the time on here. Only you are going to look out for you at the end. It all truly boils down to that. Now, do I know that my partner has my best interest? Yes. Did it take me a long time to, you know, get to that point? I did some shitty stuff at first. When I first met my partner, I wasn't clean. I wasn't clean. To be honest with you, I was used to ripping and roaring out here, doing whatever I want, going wherever I wanted. If I wanted to pill, you couldn't. No, I'm doing what I want. And my partner didn't have a substance problem, nor never did. So that was two conflicting, when you see somebody, that sees you going downhill and says, I'm going to leave you if you don't get clean. That's a tough, and there for a minute, but then I'm like, okay, they mean business. They don't want to see me come home one day and I'm no longer, But Dusty, Mrs. Dogfire, look at my body 2.0. I'm so irritated by her. And there are some girls that are on this platform for several years and could barely get subscribers, and she's raking in the dough being lazy. But Dusty, I agree with you 100. And I think that, I've never been on OnlyFans, but, I used to be a dancer. Most of you guys know that. And it does make you feel some sort of way, because you are literally putting in the work, putting in the effort. This looks good. Let me do my makeup good. I'm going to get this outfit. I got my shoes, worried about my background. And then you got this chick coming on here, oh, let's put a cheeseburger and put some Wendy's and throw on some lingerie and call it a day. Oh, I totally get it. I get it 100%. I can't say that I get it completely, but I think I got a feeling, what I would be irritated too. When you're putting your heart and soul into it, making sure you look good, everything looks good in the background. You want to give them, a performance because that's what it is. At the end of the day, you're an entertainer. You are entertaining. You are there to entertain. And yeah, I totally get it. Hold on, y'all. I want to read. I seen Chileans. I have been married for 20 years with someone I never loved, but I am grateful to have because of the culture BS. I had no choice. I am here till death do us part, and he's tolerated my BS. Chilean, I totally get. Like, you know, I was a lot at first. I was used to ripping and roaring, hey, I'll be right back. And they're sitting at home thinking, like, where is she? And it wasn't about on no cheating stuff. It was just, I wanted to go get a buzz and I'll be back. But in their mind, they're like, okay, are they out cheating? Are they safe? Are they laying somewhere unalive? That, I didn't think of those things at the time. I was thinking of me, hey, I'll be back right quick. Or, Kaya, what are you doing? Like, we need that money for the bills. Okay, I'll make it back. I'll figure it out. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, that sucks. BBW, welcome. That sucks, but, when you find that right person, you will work for you. You will work, I'm not meaning like physically money. I'm saying like you will work on yourself. You will work on yourself for them to try and be a piece to the puzzle. I know I explain this all the time, but it's like a puzzle, Somebody falls down, you pick them back up, and that is their job as well. You pick each other up. You know, some days are better than others, and that's everybody. I don't care if you got money, if you're broke, if you're like me, just trying to stay afloat, balling on a budget, and, you know, do what you can do out here. Everybody goes through problems. You know, money doesn't make problems go away. We see that here. Money can't buy love. We are legitimately watching that. Oh, sorry, I was reading Tracy's head. Yes, and that is true. You know, Tracy, you know, if somebody isn't treating you or you feel they're not up to par, you got to remember it's all about you at the end of the day. Chilean, I have seen, you know, different things about the culture and stuff like that. And I have seen, you know, it's interesting, different cultures that, you know, women are supposed to do this, supposed to, you know, don't do this, don't do that. This is your job. You know, it's very simply Sarah. I don't know. Amy's life journey is poking on some fake nails somewhere, I guess, allegedly. That's what word on the street is, that she's doing her nail thing. I was like, whatever. All right, y'all. Well, we have been on here for a minute, and it is late as all get up. It is 5:47, y'all. Let's take a peek right quick. I think McSleepy went to sleep, but we will finally... Oh, y'all, I didn't think today. I was like, is she ever going to stop streaming, y'all? Hold on, y'all. I got to go. I don't know why it's... Here we go. Okay, so the last one, guys, was he gave everyone my number. Like I said, there is one... Oh, hold on. I don't want to click that. There is one... Gosh, doggone it, what happened? So you've got... He gave everyone my number, bees, and get ready with me. In between get ready with me and bees... Or excuse me, it was after bees, sorry. In between bees and he gave everyone my number, there is one that she deleted. That story's got. Now, I seen a smidgen of it, and I was filming and getting ready for other videos when I seen it. She's got like some lingerie cape type deal situation on. Story's got it, I guess, you guys. So if you haven't seen that, I might check it out while I eat a little street taco and lay it down. She was just pretty much raging about Natter from what I seen in between videos. So, message of the day, guys, is, you know, worry about you. Don't let anybody treat you any old sort of way. Money does not buy happiness, we know that. And if you're not happy, man, life is too short. I mean, I have definitely figured out the last, year for sure. But I have lost people, here and there. And people my age, people younger, people older. And be happy. I know, it takes a lot nowadays. And heck, I gotta remind myself this, y'all, sometimes too. I've got to remind myself this time too, because y'all know I suffer from depression, and there's days I wake up and I'm like, you know what? Nobody cares if I film. They don't care if I'm on here. I'll just film tomorrow, And then I have to tell myself, you know what? We are going to truck along. We are going to do us. And once I get on here, we're good to go. It, makes me happy. It makes me happy talking to you guys. And then I'm good to go. But sometimes I just got to get myself out of that rut and just kind of like, tell myself it's going to be all right. Just like I tell y'all, I tell myself that shit happens, life happens, knock on wood. It's been calm a little bit, knock on wood. And, Whew, I was like, Lord, just let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute, because it was getting a little much there for a second. It really was. It was really a lot. And then to try to come on here, and I didn't want to, you know, paint this vibe, you guys, like, oh my gosh, not again, you know. And I told you guys many times, you know, that I'm like, do I come on here and tell them this? Do I come on here and, like, I think some, like, you guys seen the one day I got, like, pissed off in the comments when somebody was like, rinse, repeat, Kaya. And I was like, wait a minute. Ain't no rinse, repeating about when people die. I have no control over that. You know, that is one of the biggest things that made me so mad on here is, you know, somebody's like, okay, rinse, repeat, Kaya. I don't have no control over when somebody dies. That's a comment that on here that it really took me a lot to not flip my shit. So, I love you guys. I will see you guys back tomorrow. And I'm being serious saying, that's another thing, y'all. Message right quick before we go. Don't let shit build up. I have got to tell myself that too, man. Yeah, Dax, I had to really get myself in control, and it's like, here we go, rinse, repeat, Kaya, same old and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have any control over people passing, like, I really had to, and you guys coming on here, it's a test too sometimes, you know, because if you're not feeling all right, and you got, you know, and I get that I come on here, you know, and I'm gonna have that. I critique somebody else, I'm fair game, I've said that, but that comment, you know, I was like, woosah, let me, you know, let me not bring my wild street part out and let me rein it in. But for real, Saint and everybody else, try not to let things bottle up, because that's when, you know, hits the fan, is when you just hold it down and hold it down. And we're all human, and then we just, I'm guilty of it on here. You guys know I am guilty of it. There's times I'm on here and I'm like, wait a minute, wait, and people are like, Kaya, move along. Kaya, move along. In the comments, I'll see you guys. Kaya, move along. Stop. Stop. And I'm like, okay. But it's hard when, you know, you're a creator and you have to say, you know, I don't agree with that. But it's like, okay, we agree to disagree. I gotta move on. So, I love you guys. Have a good night, good day, and I will see you back tomorrow. I filmed a Glam Bag X that I'll probably drop. And you know what I'm going to do right this second? I am going to drop this shorts video of Granny and the Chips. Because A, it takes up storage, and B, I've got to stop holding on stuff. It fills up space, and then I am in the same predicament. So, Angel Cakes, I love you guys. I love all of you guys as well. And, Mary, you're going to have to watch the replay. I get so tongue twisted sometimes. But, I love you guys. No, you're not alone. And we are going to have our little Valentine's Day shindig. I don't know what we're in for at this point. To be honest, I thought we were going to the trap. We still might go to the trap, who knows. Words of Ramona coming out. We're going to sit here, do our little Valentine's Day thing, do our little parties as we do for the holidays, so don't you worry. So if you don't have a Valentine's Day, guys, it's any other normal day, and we're going to have a good old time. So, love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, great night. Make sure you're subscribed and still subscribed. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're bored, we did a video before this, and there's plenty to watch in this. Love you guys.